Hello and welcome. I'm Tessa, and today is the start of our no equipment challenge. This is going to be such a fun adventure experience, and I'm creating this sequence for the individual who maybe travels a lot. I get a lot of requests for, I'm traveling, what can I do? This is going to be it, because we got no equipment. All you need is your body, the will to move, and we'll get a good sweat on, I promise. All right, so this is gonna be the challenge for that. Or if you are testing the waters, working out at home, maybe you don't have any equipment at your disposal right now, and you're like, can I get a good workout in at home? This is a challenge for you. So we're gonna be moving just with our bodies, using a timer. We don't really need to worry about counting. So it's gonna feel really, really good. We're gonna be focusing in on strength and on cardio. So we're gonna turn that heart rate up. I will be offering you some low impact movements, so don't you worry about that. And it's gonna kind of go by really fast. So just turn up the volume. If you want to set a playlist, maybe a show on in the background, but make sure you got my volume up so I can give you all the right cues so you can really feel connected in your body, doing the movements correctly, and walking away feeling so accomplished and back to our lives. So get ready. We will start today with a nice quick warm up, and then we'll get right into it. So get set. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and open and close. Connecting first with our breath. And push it back. A little arm swing. We always have to start our movement with some warm-ups, saying hello to our bodies, reverse. Sometimes we're moving through life so quickly that we forget we are like in this vehicle. And give it a little twist, bend the knees. So just saying hello. Okay, I feel you. We're here. We are connecting to the real moment, being in the moment, side to side. Feet nice and wide. Reach. And then turn those toes out. We're gonna get a nice wide squat. Reach it down and then reach it up, down and up. And last one, go ahead and turn to the side, knees are bent, and I want you to trace your legs down towards your toes and then bring it on up. Keeping your legs as straight as you can get them. You can kind of keep that little bend in the knees. You're gonna feel a nice stretch down the back side of your legs. All right. Last one, we're gonna start today with a little step back into a lunge, and we're gonna twist towards the front leg. So we got lunge, twist, and then switch. Step it back, twist in the other direction, and up. Core pulling in and up. I like to lift my elbows here just to give my eyes a visual, because sometimes we twist, we just kind of think, oh, here, but we're not getting a good twist out of the waist. So having those elbows up gives you a nice target of a range to go for. Knee in line with your ankle. Exhale as you twist. And last one. Go ahead and back it up. We're gonna walk out into an inchworm, into a plank. Holding that plank, shoulders are down, abs are in, chin is lifted, and then we're gonna walk our hands back to our feet and bring it up to a stand. Getting kind of still warming up the body here in this first round. Hitting that high plank. Feeling our abs activating, shoulders are down, neck is long. Give me one more, but we're gonna stay here in this plank and drive that knee in towards your chest. Exhale your breath. This does not need to be fast. Slower is more what I'm aiming for. When we move at a slower pace, we're able to really gain more control. More control is more effective, so it might feel a little harder. You're almost through. You have 3, 2, 1, and walk it back in. Whew, those arms. We're starting to shake. All right, that's round 1. 3 movements. Bring it up, and I want you to kind of still keep the body moving. Moving and grooving. All right, now you know the moves. Round 1 is still kind of that warm-up round, getting to know the different exercises. So round 2 and 3, you can really find that challenge that works right for you. I'm gonna add a few little things. If you want to change it up, increase the challenge, or if you wanna keep it just as is, that's fine too. All right, get ready. We're gonna go back to that lunge. Here we go, elbows up, back, twist, and up. Knee in line with your ankle. Now, you can find a pace that feels challenging and controlled, or if you're like, this feels a little too easy, you can always pick up that pace and go a little bit quicker. Increasing your speed will increase the intensity. 2 and 1. Here, back to that inchworm, walking it out to your plank. If you'd like, we can add a little push-up here. You can always bring it down to your knees, pop it back up to your toes, and then walk it back up. And of course, if you want to keep those toes on the ground, you may do so. Or if you're not ready for that push-up today, that's all right. Again, finding that level of challenge that feels good and right in your unique body. We're gonna bring it down to those climbers, driving that knee in towards that chest. Still controlled, still a little bit slower than maybe we're used to seeing. We're used to seeing people run it out down here, right? Don't need it. Don't need it unless you feel like, okay, no, this feels a little not challenging enough, then you can pick up that speed. But again, finding that pace that feels challenging yet doable. Whoo, take your breaks when you need them. Here comes the sweat. Ah, I can feel it. All right, heart rate is high. Okay, we're gonna use this break. Get your body, you control that breath work. Inhale and exhale. 10 more seconds. We have one more round. Playing with your options, kind of throwing a little couple curveballs at you. Find the one that feels right for you. Here we go. Back and twist. Booty is feeling it. Quads are feeling it. Give me one more. And then we're gonna walk it out. Add that push-up if you haven't already. Just 45 seconds each movement. Only a few reps here. When you are inside your plank, I want you to focus in on that core, wrapping that abdominals in and lifting on up. Using that breath in that push-up. Finish it out. And we have our climber. Last time, this time if you want to add a little twist, action, side to side. Whew. Take your break if you need it. It's hard because it's hard. It sucks because it's very sucky. Ah! And, oh, I hate it. Bring it up. Whoa. Okay. Grab a sip of water if you need it. We are moving into a brand new circuit. If you need more pause, if you need more time to catch your breath, feel free to pause it now before we pick back up. Starting with a squat into a kick, alternating legs, feet nice and wide. We're gonna squat down and kick it forward. On that kick, I want to make sure that you have that knee forward and then kick through your heel. Using that squat kind of like a springboard, like you're bringing it down, springing it up into your kick. It's gonna turn that heart rate up nice and high. All right, bring it down. We have dips, hands facing forward, hips are up. We're going to dip down and then lift up. Dip and lift. Lifting up in those glutes, squeezing there at the top. Pushing those shoulders down, neck is long. If you find your shoulders up to your ears, we're not creating enough space. And you're gonna be really feeling that in your shoulders, and I want you to find this here in the back of your arms. Down and lift. Down and lift. Almost through. And then go ahead and just lay on down. Arms by our side. You can have your knees bent for a lower lift, or straighten those legs for a proper leg lift. Inhale and exhale. Belly button pulling down to your spine, eliminating that lower back arching. If you're having trouble keeping that connection in your core, you're going too low with too much weight. So definitely keep those knees bent and relax. Those are the 3 movements. We're going to bring it back up to your feet as quickly as you can with control. Whoa. Told you, we're moving quickly today. We only have 30 minutes together, so we're really gonna get it in. So those are the 3 movements: squat kick, a dip with a hip lift, and then our leg lift, trying to connect there with our lower abdomen. Getting ready with our squat. Here we go. Feet nice and wide, core pulling in, weight evenly throughout those feet, sitting back into your hips, kick it forward. I don't care how high that leg kicks, but how much power you're giving behind it. Whew. Almost there. Bringing it down to the ground. Hands here for our lower and lift. Lower and lift. Make sure our hips are not too close to our heels. That's going to put unwanted pressure on the shoulders. Keeping those hips center to the body. Lifting up and out of those shoulders, all the way at the top. And layer on down for our lower and lift. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift, pulling that belly button in and up towards your spine. And relax. We are almost through. Whew. We are definitely coming down the mountain. We have one more strengthening circuit left. Then all we have is our cardio movement. It's gonna feel so good here at the end. So we'll keep everything kind of the same. No need to add on, right? No need. Challenging enough. Towel off and get ready. We have our next last circuit here in this squat kick. And usually that third round really surprises us. It's like, oh yeah, I have a little bit more energy. I can get a little bit lower. I can kick a little bit harder, because we're always holding on to a reserve, especially in the middle. We know, okay, I'm looking at the clock. We're in the middle of this workout. I got to reserve some energy to be able to get through. We have our dips and our lifts. Here we go. But as we near the end, I was like, this is the last time we're working those triceps. The last time for the day. So give it everything else that you have. We don't need to hoard our energy. We are here to use it to communicate to our bodies like, hey, I am strong enough. I can keep going. Bring it down. and allowing our bodies to really show up for us and show us what we are capable of. Inhale. Exhale every rep. If those legs are straight, make sure you're finding that degree of control to make sure that you can lift those legs right back up, keeping the connection in your lower core. There should be no lower back strain. And time. All right, we made it. We made it to the cardio portion, which I have to say I'm excited about today. I'm excited about this one. So, towel off. Maybe pause if you need a little bit more time, but we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna get some water real quick. All right. 4 movements. We still have 45 seconds on the clock. Each movement, we have 3 rounds, so we can kind of take everything I just said about that reserve. All right, we're gonna just get through, pretend. We're pretending. If we're feeling really fatigued, we can always pretend that we're moving through. And that will help us keep moving and building that endurance. So starting here with jumping jacks or star steps is going to be your low impact option. Or if you want to turn it up, we got good old fashioned jumping jacks. Ten seconds. Coming up, we have skaters, side to side. Here we go. You're gonna bring it down to the side. You can tap that back foot or you can float it. Nice wide step out to the side. Keeping that standing leg bent. We're not up here. This is not what we're doing. Nope. We're down, we're getting low. Using that lower body strength to push off that leg and absorb onto the other leg. And bring it here, abs are tight, low impact. Step and tap, or you can double that up for our pretend jump rope. Focusing in on that breath. Almost through. Don't let this last one scare you. We have so many different options to get through a burpee. We're just getting down and we're getting right back up. Hands on the ground. Option 1 is to step back into your plank, step forward and reach up. Option 2 is to step back, jump in, reach up. Option 3 is this jump out, jump in, jump up. I didn't do option 3 right. Option 3 is jump out, jump in, and up. So finding the option that feels right for you. Time. Yikes. Keep it up on your feet. Try your best to kind of give yourself a little walkabout. A little turn around the room. Or a little space here. Heart rate is high because it's supposed to be. When I first started filming my workouts, I used to get really embarrassed by my heavy breathing. I'm like, oh, that is not a great soundtrack. Star steps or jumping jacks, here we go. I was like, that is not a great soundtrack. But the more feedback I got, the most feedback I got, and well, the most feedback I got was that it felt relatable. Like, oh, she's huffing and puffing too. Like that, it's normal. And I was like, yeah, it is normal. And when I would go and watch other people's videos, like not hearing their breath work, made me realize that we create this idea that if I'm breathing heavy, something's wrong, or I'm not good enough. Does that sound familiar? And so I was like, I got to keep this breath work soundtrack in here because it's real. This is what it sounds like, especially if you're not used to it. For those of us who aren't athletes, who never trained before, we don't know what normal is, and we look to the leaders to show us. It's also really hard to talk and do this at the same time. You can do that step tap if you don't want to jump today, or you can double it up. Core is squeezing. Find that engagement there. So, as embarrassed as I am to make you listen to me breathe, so awkward. It is so helpful. I'm mad at the person who wrote this workout. Here we go. I don't want to do this. Make sure the only thing I care about is you hitting this plank. Find your plank, and then whatever you got to do to get back up. Whatever you got to do. Burpees get a bad rep because most of us are jumping literally and figuratively into them too soon. We are so close to being done. So close. 3 minutes. 3 minutes, and this is over. No equipment, not necessary for a dripping, sweaty workout. All right, jumping jacks. Here we go. Maybe you were doing jumping jacks and you're like, I don't know if I can do it, Tess. You can always dip your toe back into the movement with some star steps and then pick up that pace. Last round, last time. Last 3 minutes to really make a difference. Lean into that challenge. You can just step this sucker out, or you can give it everything else that you have and really push, glide, glide. You might be stepping, but I want you to make that a quick step. Core fully engaged. I want you to find your abs. It has to be a mental discovery. A big question is like, I don't know how to find it. It's taking a lot of time here in your mind saying, okay, like if I suck in, no, well, that's sort of, but just lightly like grabbing onto, last time, last 45, you and me together today. Showing yourself what you've got. Last one. We did it. We did it. Oh. Breathe. Woo. Walk around. Give me a little walkabout. That's fun. All right, we're gonna bring this down. Bring our heart rate down before we get back to the rest of our day. I want you to give yourself a big inhale, big exhale, big inhale, big exhale. One more. Big inhale, big exhale. Tap it out. This is this moment. This is the moment that we look forward to. This is why we show up right here, right now. It's like, we did it. And we're so glad that we did. Go ahead and bring your arms all the way up. I want you to grab onto your wrist. Pull on that arm and then lean to the side. Shoulders stay stacked. If you want to bring those feet together, you're going to feel a good stretch, maybe all the way down into that hip. Opening up your side. And then switch. Grab onto your wrist and lean. Open, close, hook that elbow. Maybe give it a little twist. And then switch sides. One more time. Grab onto something if you need help with that balance. Go ahead and grab onto your foot. Tuck your hips under. We got a little, sometimes we just like hang out with a little bit of an arch in our spine. Tuck your hips under. Pull this foot back, and you're going to feel that all the way up into your hip. And then switch sides. Tucking that hip under and pull. Beautiful. Bring your feet nice and wide. Turn your toes out and elbows on the inside of your knees. Push those knees out Straighten your legs, toes point forward, grab onto the backs and pull for a nice hamstring stretch. And then slowly roll one vertebrae up at a time. And we are done. I am dripping. That felt so good. Thank you so much for showing up with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh my God, I almost tripped. My legs are feeling a little loosey-goosey. I hope yours are too. Comment, please let me know how you feel. Thank you so much for showing up, for being here with me. And I hope to see you tomorrow, maybe, for your next sweat. All right, bye. No cleanup. I have to say, I'm excited about today. I'm excited about this one. Oh, I hate it. Moving and grooving. Whoa.